any question, the accusations I am interviewing them on. And they tell me an answer and immediately do that afterwards, like real fast. And it shouldn't belong there. We got a problem. A lot of times, I'm going to go out and throw a percentage out there, which I don't like to do because there's no science behind it and I didn't do the research, but I'm going to say like 90% of the time after people lie, they do this because I see it so much. If you guys remember Chris Watts, right? The day that he murdered his family and he was on his front porch being interviewed by the cops, he leaked contempt multiple times throughout that interview. Now, does it make sense? Your wife and 2 young baby girls are missing. Why would you have the feeling of moral superiority? That doesn't make sense. So that was a huge red flag. He should be leaking sadness, right? Or fear. Like, where's my family?
It's like
But there was none of that.
it's like he's saying, "Oh, those suckers believe me."
Bingo. Yeah. Bingo. Right? I'm coming up with such a good lie. They're going to believe me. And it's throughout the whole interview. There's so many people, Scott Peterson, Drew Peterson, everybody who's been convicted of killing their family members or someone who has, lied and then been convicted. Watch their videos when they were lying. They do this all the time because it's saying, I'm getting away with this lie. So that is one that I tell everybody. And another thing is, like, if you look at facial expressions, if they're congruent, we're good to go. But if they're not, we have a problem. There's a great video I share in my classes of Britney Spears way back in the day. And she's being asked about the front covers of magazines, saying that she's pregnant and divorcing at the time where she probably was. And so the reporter goes, how do you feel about that? Is it true? And she said, no, that's not true. And so what I did there, I had to think about it, is the first thing she did was leak sadness and the lower lip came out. But if it's not true, Brittany, why are you sad? Right? The sadness quickly became to contempt as she's shaking her head. Yes, but you said no with your words, right? So now I have sadness, I have moral superiority. And then as she's still nodding yes, she closed her eyes and went like this and pursed her lips. That's anger. So she's saying, no, this isn't true, that life is great. But her head said yes, and she leaked sadness, moral superiority, and anger. That doesn't match what she's trying to say. And so that's what we look for.